Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. Almost forgot the name of the game. We are getting ready to meet Natty down here in Lower Hogsfield for something. I'm not sure what, but let's find out.
It is good to see you, my friend.
So early in the morning too.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
Yeah,
I'm
don't
all
worry
right
about
at the
that.
moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But
think she
whatever the
knows something
reason, you
that
were
I'm
clearly
lying.
in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
Good.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well,
All the more reason they must be stopped.
Right?
Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
that may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more.
Okay.
In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank
you.
you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Alright.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
Excuse me?
What's going on here?
Let's go take a look at what's going on over there.
But Mummy,
Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly.
If you're here for my wares, I'm afraid I still don't have my carts.
On, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine.
Yep.
Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
I can only help.
What a nice idea, On. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to
Me
get
too.
started. Thank you again for all you've done.
That was a side quest I did off screen that I forgot to finish up.
They must have come this way. Think!
Hi. Are you looking
I've no
for
idea who
me?
it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time.
Doxy's
Oi!
nip.
Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
Students, you can't be sick.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
You have no idea who you're messing with.
Dodge an attack.
Uh-oh. Hi.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
You're not gonna be around for that. Collection section, blah, blah, blah.
I think we can hold them off.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You've made a great...
I've done what now?
Incendio.
Thought so.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner.
Sorry
And
about
so
that.
close to Hogwarts.
That was partially my doing.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortioners, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for
Very
your help.
long.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Research.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Ooh, that Merlin?
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures.
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I'm not sure old vine-covered pillars are worth studying.
Well, I think anything concerning Merlin is worth pursuing, and
Fair
I
enough.
shall have you know, no one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue.
Really?
I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet.
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes
Sure,
of our
why not?
little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Okay. I'll go rate it.
This trunk.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
Don't mind if I
I
do.
have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now? Incendio.
Merlin's beard!
The flames of the pyre sink.
Nailed it!
Merlin's beard! How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
Believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How
Don't we
does
all?
it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more.
Sure.
I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Okay. Oh, if only packing was so easy. Was that easy? Yeah, so we are going to actually, if I remember correctly which class it is, we are heading to herbology class. So, I will catch up with you guys when I get there. Alright, we made it to the greenhouses. Let's get into class.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear.
Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together.
Sure we do.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Ooh.
Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Is she putting garlic in her ears?
Now, everyone,
Yes, we all are.
grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Ooh! Powerful scream, isn't it?
Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and pack down the soil! The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease.
Warm, dirty blanket. Wow.
Reparo!
That was gonna be my next suggestion.
About that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid.
Yeah, thanks.
All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Hey, I still managed it. I think you set me up for that.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
You look like me. That's not good.
I wonder...
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very idea.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
He's usually in his office.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you.
Something like that.
It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep.
Yep.
Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom.
Is that what it
I've
is?
arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Of course.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fan.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
I'm not going to worry about fertilizer here. I want to use that back. Yeah, the other place that we haven't found yet.
Done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion.
Ooh.
I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that.
Thank you.
Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Nom nom nom.
You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
What doesn't anymore? There he is.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead.
Okay.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh, nothing to pick up there.
Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on.
Uh-oh.
Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that.
Not exactly how I meant that, but
more
okay.
of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden.
Dogweed and
You get the
deathcap.
idea.
I remember that.
Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Now remember, a wand is not a trap. Your weeds possess their own form of... And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
What happened with Mr. Clopton?
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits.
Not yet.
And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad.
Sorry, I need to get my
Herbology
nose
is
out of
a
the dirt. It's getting a little
bounteous
brown.
Subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
All right, let's see here.
Those
What else can we get into?
Relishing their new pots.
I should think Professor
Make anything, but we must first.
Yeah, I still got 5 minutes for that to be any use of me to yield. What's all this then? Got a new one to do. Potions class. Ah, yeah, let's go do that. Oh yeah, I gotta finish that up. That's just attending Defense Against the Dark Arts during the day. And the other quest that I currently have, the Dalian Keys, if I said that right, I have 3 left to go. And I believe I need to be able to get the basic unlock to get into certain areas. I'll just put it that way. I thought that's the track.
It's herbology homework, you say? Well, your homework just rampaged through the greenhouse and ate all of the Alehotzi plants. Your mother is devastated. No more homework that isn't written in a book. Do you hear me? No more.
Wow. I will catch up to you guys when we make it up to the classroom.
And have you seen how these
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Alright, we made it to the classroom.
I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As 5th years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion.
Sure.
Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Okay. Alright, let's see here. What do we need to do?
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Pork lump? Looks like just a few drops of that. Just need to stir the cauldron. Well, it didn't melt the metal. That's usually a good sign, right? Right? Uh-oh.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion.
Sure.
Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office.
Okay.
But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Alright.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm
Really?
Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
No.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
Idiot, thinking I'm gonna do that for him.
Your potion should not be that color.
Alright. Ooh. Didn't say I wouldn't rate it for myself, though. Fwooper. Dang trains.
A well-prepared witch or wizard always has a few potions on hand. Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
This will only take about 30 seconds. It'll yield me one bottle. Do 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 do.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it!
What happened?
Well done, Gareth. Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries.
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
I brewed an Edorus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet.
Never said I was.
In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. And you can keep that Fwooper feather. This time. That'll be all.
I knew he was going to find out about it.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
As is this episode, guys. So as always, if you happen to like what you see, or if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post and not just select a few here and there. If you're already subscribed, guys, I thank you and I greatly appreciate it. So with all that being said, we'll catch you next time. Take care. Peace.